I feel like you have to be a jerk to judge whether or not somebody else is a jerk. So
Yeah.
we're uniquely qualified to judge whether people are jerks. But you know what this highlights for me is an issue I have, and that is parents playing favorites. Some of y'all act like y'all don't have favorites, but some of you do have favorites, and you will prioritize one child over the other. This is why you see such a spike in people going no contact with family members.
Sometimes you
Because
just
people
got to.
tired.
Yeah.
This is an Unsolicited Perspectives YouTube exclusive.
Okay, Jay. I was on my favorite site yet again.
Reddit.
Reddit, you know it. And I really love the subreddit, Am I a Jerk? Because I feel like it speaks to my spirit. Because there are questions that really need to be answered. Am I a jerk? Ultimately, for me personally, the answer is predominantly yes. But some of these people are asking questions, are they a jerk? And I'm like, you know what? In this situation, I don't think you're a jerk. I'm not talking about specifically this situation I'm about to talk about. But in general, I find that people aren't jerks.
Yeah. And I feel like you have to be a jerk to judge whether or not somebody else is a jerk. So we're uniquely qualified to judge whether people are jerks or not.
Extremely qualified. So this person is asking, am I being a jerk for not wanting to give up my room for my pregnant sister? Now, the title comes off as, yeah, I think you're being a jerk. But let's hear her story.
Let's hear the story. Yeah.
So this is her story. I still live at home with my parents while finishing grad school. I pay rent, help out around the house, and generally try to stay out of everyone's way. My older sister is married and recently found out she's pregnant, which I'm genuinely happy about. I really am. But now there's drama. She and her husband are in between apartments because their lease ended and their new place won't be ready for another 3 months. My mom suggested they move in temporarily. I was fine with it until I found out my mom offered them my room. She didn't ask me first. When I brought it up, she said I should be more understanding because my sister is pregnant and needs a space. I offered to share the room instead of giving it up entirely. I have a desk, my books, my whole life in that room. But my sister said it's not comfortable to share with me and she needs the rest. Their plan is for me to move into the smaller guest room, which is basically a storage space with no closet, and live out of the boxes for the next few months. I said no. I told them I'm willing to share or help rearrange things, but I'm not giving up my whole space like I don't matter. My sister called me selfish. My mom said she is disappointed in me. Even my dad, who's usually neutral, said it's not a big deal and I should be more supportive. Now I feel like the villain in my own house. But at the same time, I don't think it's fair to be treated like a placeholder in my own home just because I'm the youngest and not having a baby. Am I being a jerk? Jay, what do you think?
Absolutely not. And here's the reason why absolutely not. Because you're not living there rent free.
There you go, there.
You're paying for that room. I'm paying for this room. Okay? We had an agreement that I pay you a certain amount and I get this room. That's our situation. You can't then, in essence, evict me from my space that I'm paying for unless you're willing to let me pay a smaller amount to go into this smaller space.
Or no amount, because you're displacing me.
Yeah. You are evicting me from a space that I essentially lease from you. It's just like renting a room in somebody's house. They can't then say, hey, my brother and sister-in-law are coming to stay for a little while, so we're actually going to move you out of there and put you in this closet. No, because I pay for this room. This is actually my room. Legally, I pay for it. So no, I don't think you're being a jerk. Your sister and her husband's poor planning in terms of their move has nothing to do with you. That don't have nothing to do with you. And you're paying for the room. So now we need to renegotiate our terms. If y'all are determined to move me out of that space and into the space, it's only for 3 months. Okay, fine. I'll do it. But we're going to negotiate the terms of I ain't helping out with nothing. I'm taking care of my little space. I'll clean up after myself. I'm not paying you guys anything for the next 3 months. And don't ask me for nothing. Because I'm your tenant. You're looking at me like your daughter. You can't. I'm your tenant. And you owe certain responsibilities to me as your tenant. Period. I get it. My sister pregnant. Okay. And look, whether you sleep in a twin bed or a queen size bed, you and that baby gonna be just fine. Okay? You and that baby gonna be just fine. That baby don't know the difference. You don't need space. What do you need space for just because you're pregnant?
Well, I mean, if you're pregnant, you're naturally bigger, so you might need a little bit more space. All right. So you brought up a lot of good points, and I completely agree with you. I don't believe that she's a jerk. I actually think the people that are being the jerks are the sister, the brother-in-law, the mom, and the dad. And when I was reading this, and especially that last comment about they just going to displace me because I'm the youngest, there's history there. This has been a common thing where they have accommodated the oldest all the time, and she's always had to play second fiddle, and she is tired of it. I will never forget. I dated a woman. She was a third of 4 girls, right?
Okay.
One of my closest friends, she is the third of 4 girls. That youngest, that fourth, always has major issues with the rest of the sisters because they're like, I don't know why I always get treated like the youngest. And the sisters always have an issue with the fourth, the youngest, right? I'm not saying that these are sisters with 4. I'm just saying when there's multiple sisters, they tend to have some conflict. Now, she said she was happy that her sister is pregnant. She's going to be an auntie.
Yes.
She even was like, look, I'm paying for this room, but we can share it because I got my desk and my books. I'm in grad school. You're in grad school. It's a big deal, right?
It's a big deal.
So is being pregnant.
I do need space.
Yeah. So is being pregnant. Pregnancy is a big deal as well. They're both big deals.
Yeah.
But also, how the hell did you misplan where you got a 3-month gap in between your lease ending and your new place ending? Because let me tell you something. As somebody who rents, even when your lease is ending, they give you the option to do month to month or 2 months.
Yeah, well, they don't want to pay.
They didn't want to pay. They didn't want to pay because they got a baby on the way. And I can understand that. But now you inconveniencing everybody else because of your poor planning. You didn't even offer to say, hey, look, let me financially compensate you for
sublet the room from me.
Right. You know,
sublet it. Pay me to stay in it.
But she was like, look, of course, if you want to share, that's cool with me. And the pregnant sister is like, nah, I need more space. You know what? Like, I tried to be accommodating. I'm paying for this. No, I'm not switching out. Now, I don't know what ultimately is going to come from this because ultimately the parents, it's their house. So they can be like, all right, then you don't want to do it. Then your lease is up at the end of the month and you got to go. I mean, they could do that. They very, very well could.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like she'll be okay. Maybe. I don't know. Grad school is tough. And it seems like she's going full time. She moved in the house specifically because she was like, hey, look, I need to focus on this. So
yes, but she does have money because she pays rent.
But yeah, like, this is crazy. I reading it, I understand the dynamic. This is not a new thing for her, and she is fed up because she tried to make concessions.
Yeah,
she tried to accommodate.
I feel like very reasonable ones. Okay, yes, I'll sleep in this closet, but I still have my desk and my books and all the things in the room we have to share. No, we can't. I need the space. Oh, okay. All right. Then no.
Yeah. And I feel bad for her because she don't got no ally.
Yeah.
She said even her dad, who typically remains neutral.
Well, it sounds like he was never an ally because he typically remains neutral.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that could be.
At least he wasn't working against her.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
This time he was like, I don't know
neutral.
what the big deal is. And you know what? If the parents don't feel like it's a big deal, they can give up their room.
Yeah.
They can live in the
If
closet.
it's not a big deal.
Right.
Why don't you guys move into there if it's not a big deal?
Right. If it's not a big deal.
Because it's not a big deal,
Right.
right?
Yeah. I mean, it's your grandchild. I mean,
Right.
you want to make sure your grandchild is okay. I mean,
Don't you?
yeah. I mean, that's what I would do if I was a parent. I mean, I guess I got to move into the closet.
But you know what this highlights for me is a issue I have, and that is parents playing favorites. Some of y'all act like y'all don't have favorites, but some of you do have favorites, and you will prioritize one child over the other. It's like you said, this is that reoccurring thing of her constantly getting pushed to the side in favor of her older sibling.
Mm-hmm.
And I read stories like this with siblings that have these issues, and it's always, you always eventually somewhere in there, the parents step in, right? And tell the person who is not overreacting and who is not being a jerk, who is not being the asshole, that they need to make a concession, they need to sacrifice, they need to do. No, how about y'all? That's y'all child.
There you go again. There you go again.
She's just my sister. That's y'all's child. If y'all feel like somebody should sacrifice, you sacrifice for your own kid then and give up your room.
Right, because I pay rent.
Because I pay rent for this space.
If I didn't pay rent, y'all could kick me out. Okay. But I'm
can't say
paying
no.
in genuine. And she said, help out around the house and help out with things. No,
Yeah.
No,
I'm genuinely contributing to this household. She can't be inconvenienced after inconveniencing everyone around us.
Because of their
for
piss
3
poor
months.
planning.
Because of their piss poor planning for 3 months? Really? For 90 days, you can't be in this smaller room?
Especially if she in the first trimester. She ain't even big yet.
Right. That
Well,
baby is the size of a lima bean.
Right. Maybe
And you talking about you
maybe
need more
alive
space.
if it's, in the middle.
Maybe.
Of the first, maybe.
I don't know how fast it seems to happen pretty fast for 9 months, but I don't know how it goes.
Well, it's 10 months. It's not really 9. It's 10.
It's 40 weeks, and by the time you find out, it's usually 9 months.
Yeah, because
most people don't know until like 6 weeks.
So it's 9 months from when you find out, but it's 10 months.
Yeah, but nobody says that. Come on.
Well, it's real. Okay. And
Yes.
when you're trying to figure out stuff, you need to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's 10 months.
Count back is 40 weeks.
40
count
weeks.
back.
But
Yeah.
anyway, ma'am, you're not being a jerk. The
No,
rest of your
not at
family is
all.
being a jerk. And you know what? When you graduate grad school, and you move out and you find your own place, they really agitate you. They don't need to be in your life. I mean, it seems like you need to address these issues that have been going on for you since your childhood, probably. And if anybody is not trying to listen to you, they not trying to hear what you say, they ain't got to be in your life. That's what I say.
Yeah, this is why you see such a spike in people going no contact with family members.
Sometimes you
Because
just
people
got to.
tired.
Yeah.
People tired. I'm just glad, we ain't got these issues.
No. Well, we did when we were kids. We've grown out of them because, therapy and talk to each other. And,
Yes. Yeah.
genuinely having those type of conversations and apologies. And then we call each other out when we're selfish today.
Yes. And then, but it's that added thing of the parents jumping in.
We don't allow our parents to jump in. We don't even include them in our situation. And then when they try to jump in, we were like, look, this between me and them. We're adults.
Yeah.
You don't got no say in this.
Yeah.
We real adult to our parents. We
grown.
We still catching that. We still scared of catching that ass whooping every now and then. Though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Shoot. Do I think I can whoop mom? Hell no.
Mom got
She
some
would
heavy
knock
hands.
me out.
Yeah, I still don't think I can whoop dad. I'm twice as big as him now. Yeah.
No, you know how hard she hit.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.